I think we are actually live.
Yo, we're actually live.
This is
Yo,
genuinely
live
happening
right now.
in real time. You're watching it happen as it happens in real time. Crazy. Obviously, this is new record for preparing, yeah, and it's my fault.
okay, let
I'm
me
really
make
sorry,
a
people.
post about this.
You wonderful people. They gave me KP donated $5, and I'm 40 minutes late.
Yes,
like
thank
it's.
you, KP.
Thank you so much. I don't deserve it.
Thank you kindly, Mr. KP, or Miss KP, or they, them KP. It's very generous of you.
You know, it's crazy how you seem to enjoy even the prep time. What the fuck is happening? Hey, Don Laffy, KP, Dorian, welcome. And hello to everyone watching the VOD. At least you won't have to deal with prep time.
Hi.
Hello. Actually, you know what we should do? We should delay the session by 49 minutes to give the VOD listeners the authentic
The
experience.
authentic experience, you're right. You're right.
Oh my god.
How could I overlook that?
The actual
My
way
genius sometimes.
to watch
It's
City of
frightening.
Churches. Alright, well, I'm gonna do a proper intro just for the
Thank
for
you,
the love of the game.
KP, for the other two dealers.
Thank you. You deserve another $2, Rexy. Thank you. That's more than I could ask for, honestly. With this kind of fucking prep time. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna do a proper intro just for the love of the game. Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure City of Churches. I am your GM, Rexy. This is session 14 and these are my morally dubious players. Korak, wanna introduce yourself?
Me,
You are all
dubious?
morally dubious. I'm the moral.
Me?
I'm the moral paragon here.
You did
I
burn
love
a girl inside a truck bucket.
She
Yeah,
was
but
a
that-
murderer.
Yeah, she was a murderer. She tried to kill us like 10 times in the span of 2 hours.
Alright, fair enough.
I think someone can still be a moral paragon if they
innocence.
say, "I don't like murderers."
Right, fair enough. But we
You
have
know,
a score.
that murderer guy, I don't much care about him.
True.
Hello, I'm Skorak. I will not make much sense today because I'm on 1.5 hours of sleep.
Oh, I'm on 3. Hell yeah.
That's it.
Up top.
I don't know where I'm from anymore.
Alright, well that was great, I guess.
I hold
Wesley.
no sympathy for you.
Hi,
You
I'm
can fall
Wesley.
asleep. You can,
That's
like
all
me,
you
you can
need to
fall
know right
asleep
now
whenever
if
you
you're on
want to.
episode 14. Hi. Go. Supa.
Oh,
Hi,
lady.
is it my turn?
Yes.
I guess it is,
Oh
yeah.
my god, okay. Hi, I'm Supa. You can look me up on the Supa channel on YouTube by searching Supa in the YouTube search bar or at Supa_Supa_Supa. Not to be confused with Supas, which is a FNAF YouTuber, Supa Hotfire, which is a rapper, Supa, which was a guy
God.
on Google Plus,
I forgot.
Supa, which is a
Yeah.
professional
why I was quick.
League of Legends player,
Why are you doing this?
or Supa,
We're
which
already
is
40
a
minutes late, Supa,
sword
please.
bust. It's a sword bust 2
Supa, have mercy.
YouTuber, which
We have
is
to
a
run the session,
Roblox
Supa,
game.
please.
And that's it. That's my
Is it
introduction.
over? Is it over?
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Okay.
It's over. It's
Wow.
over.
So do you have a Google Doc with all
Like
that
no
on it now?
mercy.
No, I just remember. I just remember it.
Based.
But I should have a Google Doc.
Yeah.
Alright.
I should make a Google Doc with
Yeah.
all of them so I can remember them.
Alright, Hukas.
Yeah, hi, I'm Hukas, and I did not did not start a Helldivers mission while we were waiting, and I am not currently trying to finish it up.
We are
okay.
very
This is not
professional.
happening.
We are
alright.
professionals here at the Harmacists.
All of us. Every single one of us. Skorak on 1.5 hours of sleep. Yuka's playing Helldivers. I'm 40 minutes late. God, it's perfect. Alright, let's do the
And me
recap.
and Stupa just talking about ducks.
Straight to the recap. Yeah, true. You did talk something about that. You were saying something about that, yeah. What the... I don't know. Honestly, I came on the VC so late that I had no idea what the fuck. I just heard something about ducks.
I'll tell you about it after session.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do the recap, actually. Get it over with. Last session, we saw the conclusion to the parking lot fight. As it turns out, both Dionysus Stand and Click Click Boom, whose user is Daphne, possess rewinding abilities, which Anthony correctly deduced makes them nearly invincible when working together. Realizing this, our players decided to retreat for the time being. However, as soon as they found a spot to escape from Quiet Dawn, Silouan appeared again and revealed that the feathers were originally part of a whole almost 500,000 years ago. But one of the feathers, called Moira, scattered all of them forward in time, where they were made to reappear at random intervals and at random places. The last feather to reappear was Sound of Silences. Silouan now aims to reunite the feathers and turn them and himself to their original state. This end offered to help the players take down Quiet Dawn by recruiting the rest of the feathers and thus gaining more of an advantage. Alright. That's the recap. And we discussed about what you wanted to do last session. What because
Yes.
yeah, exactly. And I believe we settled on I guess we'll find you can roleplay it. Definitely. We are at where you're still at the
I
parking
think
lot.
in the end, we settled on going with Siobhan, right?
Yeah, you did say you were gonna go with one. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Because like my logic, right? My logic is if we go to Quiet Dawn again, we're just gonna get put into the fucking revival loop again.
Yeah.
The plan right now is either to get more information or to isolate the fucking YouTube gamer computer girl or isolate Jesus Christ. Because
True.
isolated, I think they're cooked. Because fucking Paul managed to kill the computer girl. So like,
Yeah.
if we catch them in isolation, they're fucking cooked.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, solid plan. So you wanna follow one right now? Let's lay that out. We left off right when where's Georgia? Georgia just told Emily what happened. We're pretty sure that Quiet Dawn are chasing Grandpa Anthony, Georgia's grandpa.
Not to be confused with this Anthony.
Not to be confused with this Anthony. Yeah, different.
Not to be confused with Anthony, which is one of our players.
On one hand, I'm like, man, that's gonna be a bit confusing. I wonder why Rex didn't change the name. And on the other hand, I'm like, based.
If you have to know, that was always the name, and I just didn't want to change it.
assumed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, based.
All right, let's guess we can have you guys walk back into the parking lot from the area that right? Kind of walk into the parking lot again, and discuss the whole. I believe that's all of you, right? I'm not missing it. Yeah, no, that's all. Like I would imagine you just walking back into the parking lot.
Yeah.
You're meeting up with Emily and Georgia, and you're just like finalizing. You're just like getting the plan across, or at least you're getting your thoughts. You're saying like, oh yeah, the rewinding. No, can deal with that. Maybe we should go with Silouan. As you walk towards Emily and Georgia, Anthony, you do see Georgia genuinely, as you saw her before when she realized that they're chasing her grandpa, genuinely concerned and upset.
Yeah.
But trying to keep together and explain what's going on to Emily. So Georgia goes, I don't that taste them again, but if we get to my grandpa, maybe we can get some information. Surely they have a reason to chase him. Must have some advantage over them. Maybe even the feather itself. I no. Not sure. But you see my point, right? Wasn't for that goddamn stunt. Everything. And just gonna look kind of defeated as he walks away.
Anthony
Oh,
kind of
that's
sighs a little bit and like, yeah, this is.
well. I mean, the sooner we get those feathers, the sooner SOS can kind of figure out what's up with his noggin, right? So I guess I'm voting for that one.
Yeah, that's true. And I
Um,
get. Oh. Okay, well, my ping has gone to 5,000, so just continue on. Anthony is blank. Anthony is blue screening for just a moment. Continue role
Oh my
playing.
God,
I
the
will watch the
computer
stream to
stand
not
is
lose
back.
anything.
Anthony,
I can't hear any of you right now, but
okay. What the?
The
I can
computer
keep up
stand is
because
back.
of the
What the
stream.
heck
So
is going
what?
on? Okay.
Take out Anthony.
All right. Georgia, Emily, you can tell pretty easily. She definitely wants to go after your grandpa, but she knows she should go with you to Silouan. So she's kind of in this middle state where she hasn't made up her mind yet. And she's just gonna go. Yes, Silouan's the most sensible option. Just know what's gonna.
Nice and back. Okay. Anthony walks over to Georgia and's like, well, if he does have a feather, then Silouan will probably lead us to him in the end anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Anthony. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, no problem.
Then maybe helping Silouan is the best option, truly. Because if we have him on our bad side, then well, no more tracking the feathers.
Yeah.
All right.
Worst case scenario,
Well,
he
we
decides that
also
he
need to
hates us,
figure
and then
out
he's
how
like, haha,
to,
go that way, and it's the other way.
We also need to figure out how to separate, the immortal stand users from each other.
Yeah.
Sure. That's a problem for another day, I guess.
Yeah, right now we just... where did he go? Looks around for the skull on the ground.
Yeah, and Georgia kind of looks around as well, like.
We gotta call him like that fucking thing in Mickey Mouse clubhouse, like oh Toodles, and he comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Oh my god. Sure. Yeah.
Oh Siobhan, and then
oh, that's great. Anyway, Georgia looks around, and she genuinely just goes, "I really just he walks out of the ground. I guess I just tap." She like taps the ground a little bit, like, Silouan, do your thing where you the
I'm
ground.
gonna scoot over in the
Go
meantime. I'm
on.
gonna come over in the meantime.
Yeah.
It, genuinely, you have like a minute of just nothing. I'm just gonna leave that there because I think it's pretty funny. Just watching you all just look at the ground, waiting for a fucking skull to pop out of it.
You know, in hindsight, this is a pretty stupid series of events. You know,
As she says that, as Silouan appears.
Silouan, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, yeah, of course.
Yeah, these
Just when
events
she says that, yeah.
these events sure are strange.
bizarre.
True. They're a
And
little
Silouan-
odd.
Somewhat quizzical, one could say.
yeah, and Silouan appears from the ground immediately and kind of goes, "What was that?" Kind of looks at the just awkwardly at the general direction where the sound came from, where Emily spoke.
So, like, do you like have a travel
hey.
time, or is it more like it takes you a while to figure out that someone called?
I do have a travel time, not by any sense of the imagination. Yes.
Huh.
Um.
Man, it sure does seem like you got the short end of the stick. The cloud guy can teleport.
My job is not to fast per se. I can track the feathers after all. That's a really powerful ability.
Yeah, that's true.
But sure, but like, if you
Say that again?
sure, but like, if you find all the feathers, then what do you do then?
I think that's
reunite
what he's
them
trying to find
again.
out.
I will explain. I am not a
And, yeah,
drive.
we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
not
all I'm
sure.
saying is, if you ever need a career change, right? Like, the other guy can teleport. And like Sound of Silence has all these like sound manipulation stuff. You can just track feathers that don't need tracking anymore, and are a skull. So like
I
that's
don't
pretty
know. I
cool.
think they do need tracking.
All right, good luck
Well,
finding
yeah,
them.
but like what?
Zooms back up
No,
out
no,
of
no,
the
no.
ground. And Georgia gets on her knees in the hole he went out of, like, no,
No, no.
come back. And as he's on the ground, he slowly pokes his head back out. As he goes back.
Anthony smiles just a little and goes, "Well, at least he has a better sense of humor than the cloud guy."
Silouan goes, so, have you made up your mind? What are
Yeah, we're gonna follow you.
right? Sensible option. Thank you. Haven't done this, but guess I'll just point you to the direction. Heather.
Yeah, maybe just like tell us where to go and then meet us there.
All right. Well, give me just a single moment, and he
Okay.
goes back into the ground. And you do hear like briefly maybe some underground noises of like this entire skeleton just fucking zooming underground. He just scatters off, right? Wait a few moments.
Wait, is it an entire skeleton or is it just a skull?
Yeah, I guess I just revealed that, but you can only see the
I was
head.
gonna say, so like it's a skeleton digging through the ground.
I guess I guess I revealed that it is an entire skeleton. Maybe you just noticed it briefly, one of the characters or whatever. But yeah, it is an entire skeleton. Anyway, yeah, it scatters off underground, right? Make underground noises. And
I like how this implies that he digs faster than he would walk.
it's magic.
True.
It's magic. You don't have to explain shit.
True.
And eventually he comes back, and pops back out of the ground again. Goes, something goes, rebel. I found a place.
You have a throat.
Yeah.
I guess that's not important. Listen. I found a place of interest. It's outside of town. I don't necessarily send feather there, but I saw someone who looked very suspicious.
Okay.
Towards northeast, outside of town, in the wilds. I'll meet you there. It shouldn't be hard to miss. Trust me.
Okay.
Good luck. And he goes back into the ground.
Only a slight amount of suspicion in Paul's mind. Only a slight.
I mean, it's not like we have another option, so.
I guess this will have to do.
Do I summon the Enigma
Yeah, I
engine?
believe that's your cue, Mastino.
Alright, that's
Yeah.
my cue to summon the Enigma engine. You know, since I lost some money the last session, I did lose some money. I'm gonna this car and this car. I'm just gonna turn them into money, just to be sure I have enough.
Okay, you said this and that.
Rip whoever owns those cars.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys. I don't care.
They're gonna report their cars as stolen, never gonna find them again.
Yeah.
Boom, car.
Yo, there it is.
Yo.
I love that the image is like slightly stretched too.
Yeah, let me just make it even.
No, it's not slightly anymore. It's just a stretched.
What's funnier, the super squinted or like super big? What is funnier? I don't know. Like really
Good
tall.
question. Oh Jesus. Mastino accidentally creates a bouncy castle of it.
So sorry guys, my bad. Sometimes that happens. My bad.
Into the van.
Alright, we're going to the tall one. We're getting the tall one.
Yeah, it's more like a fucking UK bus, you know, like those red buses that have like two
yeah.
floors.
The double-decker buses.
Yeah, the double decker, yeah.
Alright. Like a long story short, I guess. You do just, by the way, it is nighttime.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd say like midnight. Right, just flat midnight. The plot fight did happen in afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just driving through the streets. And eventually you get out of town. And you kind of like start to squint a little bit. It's like these Australian wilds. How would I describe it? It's like just flat, almost desert-like. Maybe a few small bushes now that's scattered around.
It's what everyone thinks when they think Australia.
Yes, thank you. I don't know why I'm even trying. Why am I trying? Just think Australia. That's it. You're just driving around. Obviously, it's kind of hard to understand exactly what Silouan meant by "you'll figure it out." So, like Georgia pulls out like an electronic not microscope.
Imagine
an electronic telescope
there's
and,
just
kinda,
like a
looks around, I guess.
Imagine there's just a giant neon sign
Yeah.
that just says like a
stand
feather
user or
here.
whatever.
Yeah, next
Guys, we're gonna-
stand user with like an arrow.
Guys, we're gonna find like a super magical society, and it's just gonna be Vegas, just in the middle of the desert. You know, like normal Vegas.
Yeah, like actual Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, there is a stand that can summon the sun, so why not a stand that can summon just all of Las Vegas, just the entire city?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the most useless power ever. Unless they can crush you with Las Vegas, like unless it falls from the sky. In which case, it's kind of like a one shot.
Or maybe
And,
it's just if you keep, maybe it's a derby stand, and if you keep losing in Vegas, then eventually you lose your soul.
Oh my god, it's like a derby. It's like a derby, but
Yeah.
with Las Vegas games.
uh,
I am so close to being like, oh no, Emily not having her feather means that Sound of Silence is lethargic, which also means Emily's lethargic. Emily's gonna sleep for the rest of the session.
just because you want to sleep for the rest of the session.
Yes. Yes.
Skorak is EP. Honk shoe.
Right. We better get this. I better move on pretty quick then. All right. Eventually, do notice something. Looks pretty. I guess you could easily like mistake it as something normal, but eventually, like I'll say Georgia because she has the electronic telescope. Eventually,
True.
Georgia just goes, "That's Maine." You might want to look at this, Anthony. Like, let's say you're right next to each other, and she shows
Yeah.
you the
He was
telescope,
driving though.
and you look at the Mastino is always driving. Let's just
Yeah.
we know that.
I mean, yeah, that's just assume.
Paul is
that
trying
I'm
to get
gonna
Emily
drive.
to study, but Emily is just sleeping.
Lethargic stand. Oh no. Don't have the feather. No.
So, Anthony,
Yeah.
So rain?
You look through the telescope, and you see some. It's almost like okay. I'm losing my words here for no reason whatsoever. It's like a patch, okay. I think I found what I want to say. Have you ever played Minecraft and it's rained
Yes.
in Minecraft and you see this
Yeah.
like extremely sharp border where it is raining and
Yes.
it's not raining? It's that.
Yes.
It's
I
exactly
see.
that.
Yeah, it's like when you are in like a desert biome and there's like
Yeah, you're in a desert biome, but-
plains biome right in front of you, and like
Yeah.
the moment you step that one block, it just starts raining. That's what you mean.
Yes. But obviously you can see
Okay.
it.
There's like a huge, there's like a clear cut off between
Yeah,
rain and not rain. Okay.
Yeah, and it's far off in the distance. You can't tell how like wide the affected area is, but you can definitely get there. You could do a bit of off-roading, but you can get there. The
Yeah.
ground is relatively flat.
As we're getting close, I'm gonna stick my head out the window and then look up. So are the clouds also just cut off, or are there no clouds?
You can't exactly tell because of the. No.
Because it's nighttime.
So there
maybe.
are clouds.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, there are clouds. Obviously, you can't tell if they're the source of the rain. Not exactly.
Interesting.
There are clouds overhead.
Huh.
You know.
Got it.
Well, I mean, I have heard of weather phenomena like that, like rain that like stops, but this seems like a little bit much of a coincidence.
Yeah. How hard is it raining?
Medium.
Okay, medium hardness.
You know what?
Medium
Just
hardness.
before we even get there, Mastino is gonna make like a bunch of raincoats for everyone
Yeah.
before we even get there.
Nice.
As you drive towards it, get like closer and closer, and you see the true scale of this affected area. It's really enormous. It's a huge patch of desert that's just affected by this unnatural rain. As you're trying to get a good look, Mastino, Silouan appears in front of the car as it's driving. I want you to like roll something to see if you fucking drive over him or not.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna roll a speed.
Silouan.
I'm gonna roll a speed because that makes sense to me, like the reaction
Yeah.
speed to. Okay, so.
yes,
how much do I
finally.
have?
Acceleration.
Okay, I have 3 speed. Okay, I have 3 speed.
Yes, finally. These
It's
humans
that
learn
easy,
how to
it's
move
that
fast
easy.
too.
It's so easy.
So-
Hey, it's so easy. So, what do you want to do?
I'm
See
gonna
what-
drift. I'm gonna like a Tokyo drift to stop
course,
in
of
front of
course.
him.
It's a 6. I can't deny you.
Uh.
Silouan just appears off the ground. Hi there, or some shit like that, and you just go. Turn the fucking steering wheel, handbrake on, just do like a clean 180 around him, like a donut, like a half donut or something. You just end up on
Yeah.
the other side, completely stopped. And George is genuinely shocked in her face, just like he's speechless.
Wait, what's the role for lying? Is that Zway, the one for lying?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mastino is gonna be like, huh, Siobhan, I've been expecting you, and I'm gonna roll Zway. Okay. It's not very convincing.
I think everyone's so fucking shocked that they just don't say anything, and Silouan just stands there like, that.
Alternatively, Silouan could just say, "Yeah, we were gonna meet here."
Oh my god, that's perfect. Okay, so you're good. You should make a campaign. What are you doing?
True. I should.
What are you doing, dude? Yeah, he's gonna go. I'm just gonna steal that, join that. Like, he's gonna
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, supposed to meet here. Anyway, that was what I was talking about right there. The rain. I saw a person walk in. They were wearing a cowboy hat, coat.
Any more information besides that, or are we just kind of,
I did,
filling it
I
out?
don't think there's gonna be multiple of them. I think it's gonna be one guy with a cowboy hat, honestly.
I mean, more guys than one can own a cowboy hat.
He just goes, never mind the cowboy hat. I went in the rain. There was a town. Looked abandoned. I didn't stick around too long. I saw that figure. I got kind of.
All right, legitimately though, how many casinos were in that town? We gotta make sure it's all Vegas.
I didn't check. None. Didn't stick around for too long. That's a weird question.
Okay,
All right,
good.
phew. Crisis averted.
So I guess.
Well, guys, I guess if the rain is not toxic or lethal or anything, I guess we go in.
Yeah.
It's
So
the-
I guess
It's
you're.
not like we have all that options.
I'm gonna take
Sorry,
a
we're
wild
there.
guess and say that your ability can just kind of tell that this will lead us somewhere to our final goal, in a way.
hard to describe. Something like that, yeah.
Just kind of a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Exactly.
Okay. I'm familiar with the universe, just giving you hints. So yeah, okay, let's go.
I'm kind of curious. What does Paul think about this?
Well, I haven't heard anything so far that's like he would disagree with. You know, like
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
You did make up your mind to follow Silouan, and he wants you to go there. So I guess we're following Silouan.
yeah.
All right.
And
That's
man,
good.
all the universe ever did for me is give me extra history homework. No, wait, that was you.
Well, I don't think I'll be giving you homework anytime soon.
Nice.
Um. fine. So, a few things. First of all, it's almost like you enter like a fog wall from Dark Souls. Just like go through this almost veil, and you arrive at the other side of Silouan described a abandoned town. Looks pretty, I guess, westerny. Houses, the buildings are wooden and old, and moldy. Uh, and the atmosphere is just it's very thick. Um, um, like it have kind of a hard time drawing breath. Um, Partly because of um, I don't know. It's partly because of the moisture in the air, but it's also some reason you don't like understand. It's like it's almost like an unnatural other than that just makes it hard to be here, kind of uncomfortable.
Okay. Just to specify, just to make sure, we're going in with the camper. Like, I don't think we've left the camper just yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, we could just like this place seems pretty small. Maybe we could go outside and take a little circle to see if the rain phenomenon completely encircles the town. Because in that case, we will know that it's supernatural.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do. You can do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, she's saying that to the other players.
I'm just gonna keep driving, like very slowly. I'm gonna like slowly drive the camper through the city, just surveying the area.
As you walk, sorry, my bad. As you drive through the town, you eventually, well, first of all, there, it's okay. Okay, you look at the ground, and it doesn't look wet. That's obviously that's wrong. That doesn't make any.
Yeah.
And as you drive, you realize you don't hear any, uh, um, raindrops falling on top of the car. And like Georgia sticks your hand out, and your hand is not wet, but you can hear the rain. It can definitely definitely affect you in some ways, but it doesn't seem to actually wet any surface or actually fall. In fact, you can also see the rain, but it doesn't seem to affect any surfaces.
It's like Anthony kind of looks out and it's like ghost rain.
And
Ghost rain.
as you move, as you drive forward, uh, Mastino, you notice out of the corner of your eye this figure that Elon did describe: cowboy hat and cowboy coat. can't quite get a good look at it, and it starts walking away slowly.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna stop the camper and just in front of it.
It's like you saw it out of the corner of your eye. It's kind of far away. As soon as you
Okay, well,
notice it, it's
I'm gonna
already...
go. I'm gonna go to where I saw it. Then I'm gonna go to where I saw it.
You turn the corner, and you see nothing. The figure has already moved away.
Foiled again.
But
Foiled by Cowboy Hat Man.
you don't see Cowboy Hatman. But you do see someone else standing over
Someone
an...
else.
Sigmund Freud.
What the...
What?
What are you doing here?
Oh my
Same
God.
energy as the painting of Van Gogh.
But you do see a person standing or sitting on a wooden porch from one of like these old bars. Just down.
Huh.
Up. First. Also not wet.
Is it in the VC chat? Oh, wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy with
I
the cowboy
see.
hat, not really a
Oh
guy.
dear. Okay, I'm gonna honk the horn just to see if it reacts to that in any way.
The figure, you mean the cowboy hat?
Yeah, no, the one that's sitting down. I mean both, honestly, to see if anything happens.
Cowboy hat is gone. You don't see it anymore.
Okay, so it's just the sitting guy
yeah,
that
yeah.
we have in front of. Okay, I'm gonna honk the camper horn to see if he reacts in any way.
Honk. Makes a loud, sharp noise that just like pierces through the rain. And there's a few seconds of dead still silence. The man just slowly turns his head, looks at weird blindfold over his head, and says, "Don't know what you want to do, but you should have never came."
I agree with KP in the chat. No, not a blind
Well, that's
man.
not
They always have
foreboding
OP
at all.
movesets.
Well, we are here now, so like,
That's not foreboding at all. Do you want to kill us or not?
Kill you? No. I don't want to.
All right, then. I think you're fine in my book, then.
yeah, I would like, I don't want to say it would be a first, but it would definitely be in the top 5.
Yeah, you're being nicer than most people we've met recently.
Yeah,
Pulls out a
you'd think in that city of churches people would be friendlier.
Yeah, you know, following the teachings of God, but apparently not.
Yeah, exactly.
He went there.
pulls out.
He said the thing.
What are we? Some kind of city of churches?
True.
And the man pulls out a token pocket watch. In like almost in a hurry, his hand is trembling a little, and he pulls it out and sees it. And after he sees it, he almost relaxes, and almost lets out a sigh of relief. And after doing so, he slowly closes it back on his pocket again and keeps it there. If anyone could see the watch from where you are, was stopped.
Classic.
Uh-huh.
So it's completely still in at mid.
Okay. Is our watches also stopped?
Mastino, you pull out your watch, and your watch is
Yeah, I
stopped
pulled out my watch.
at 12.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
my god.
Okay, so we're here to stay until
We are-
remove the stand user.
We are cooked.
Alright, so we're okay until we get rid of the user. We're here to stay.
Well, maybe not necessarily.
Well-
Silouan came in here and he came back.
Hey, but
Well, if we
Siouban is a freaky feather stand creature.
True. Though it's possible
He's a
that if
dubious
we're
little
gone for a
creature.
while, he'll come in and try to rescue us.
All right. So if you don't want to kill us, right? Have you seen like a feather? It's like about this big, white, and occasionally carried around by a living cloud that takes you to Melbourne.
Doesn't ring any bells. Apparently haven't laid eyes on it.
Ha! I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Doesn't react at all. Just
And Anthony kind of elbows them and's like, guys, not the. That's not.
Okay, he made the pun. I just want to congratulate him.
doesn't seem like he intended to make a pun, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay at the wheel. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna stay at the wheel.
Okay, so like, what do we do with this guy though?
Well, it's not really our business.
I guess, do we just continue going?
KP, nah, dude. You can't do that. You can't say that, KP.
What did KP do? I for
Aye, for
puns.
puns.
Hey.
Okay, Mastino,
Also-
Mastino is gonna wave. He's gonna be like, "All right, man. See you later," and he's gonna heck off with the camper.
Yeah, I
Guys,
love how
really?
you guys missed Emily's "I see what you did there," which was the first thing she said.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anthony is once again rethinking his life choices.
Georgia goes. I mean, maybe we should just get on foot. I don't know.
Oh, what?
Can we just
Are you
get
gonna
out?
suggest splitting up?
No,
Are you gonna
no,
suggest splitting
that's
up and looking for clues next?
stupid. Come on. I don't know. The only thing that seems even remotely interesting is that guy. Whoever
I
the
think
heck that
Georgia's
hot guy
getting a
was.
little. I think that she's just getting a little antsy here in.
Yeah, we're
you know, I mean,
wasting
I
time. I
kinda get
don't
it.
see how this is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, that's why I was backing off for now. I was backing off.
Yeah, and she kind
He
of like
doesn't seem like the user because like he was checking something. If he was the user, I don't think he'd do that. Or at least he wouldn't look so relieved after checking something. I don't think.
Georgia like softly kicked your driver's seat, Mastino. Not to annoy you, but you know, he's a bit of a punk, so I guess. And
Yeah.
because, dude, just drive us out of here. I don't know what this weird ass rain. I don't care. Ugh.
The streets are empty. What if we explore the buildings?
Why? I'm
Uh, this-
yes.
I mean, the streets
I-
are completely empty.
Anthony,
There's
Anthony kind
nothing
of,
here.
Anthony kind of like says to Georgia of like, well, Silouan directed us in here, and he said that he kind of has a sixth sense for this. So I'm going off the
Yeah, like-
assumption that even if we can't see it, this is the quickest way to get to our destination.
Yeah, like if we get out now, I mean, what do we do? Go back to Sheila and say, "Hey, man, we really want you to send us somewhere else." Actually,
Yeah, the assumption, at least that's what Mastino is thinking, is that there's a feather in this town, in this western town.
It's
That's what I'm
possible
thinking.
that the ability of this rain is to hide things, which is why he says he gets a feeling we should go in here, but he doesn't know why.
Georgia goes. Yes. Yes, you very much cannot get her mind off her grandpa.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that's that.
But she does comply eventually. She's like, all right, you want to check buildings? We can check buildings.
Yeah.
It's a relatively large town. So, I don't know.
well, I mean, as the one here with the fastest stand, I could just, go and see about doing it, the quickest. Although I'll be honest, if traveling with you guys, I'm probably gonna be slowed down.
Oh, okay, Emily. Yeah, sure. You're gonna
Aren't
be
you the
slowed down.
one
We're
who
gonna slow you down.
aren't you the one that just said what are you gonna suggest next? Splitting up?
Yeah, exactly. I was being sarcastic. That doesn't mean I
What
think
could
it's a bad idea.
possibly go wrong if we split up?
And
Oh, hey, we
Georgia,
split up in Bonnie's house and that worked out fine.
and
Look, I think we're gonna get hunted one by one if we split up.
Yeah, probably.
Georgia, when Emily says that, Georgia goes, yeah, and aren't you the one who we're gonna slow you down? Aren't you the one who always trips up? She went there.
Actually, Mastino is gonna be like,
You went there.
before coming here, I saw the cowboy guy that Siobhan mentioned. He was around these parts. I mean, he's gone
was.
now, but I did see him out of the corner of my eye. What I'm assuming right now is that we're being watched.
Probably.
Also, Blender Girl, you can talk about my speed when your stand starts catching bullets.
Oh, I can catch bullets, alright? I just have to figure out what electronic device can do that. That's all.
Yeah.
Are laptops
Try a toaster. I've
bulletproof?
heard they're bulletproof.
You know, maybe I will.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Just looking at the opposite
Both have to
direction,
have a
arms crossed.
Yeah.
Paul ups his eyebrows like, oh my god, I didn't even hear. This is not my job anymore. Wait, I cannot send you to the principal anymore. Fuck, wait.
I mean, it's a university anyway. I don't think there's a principal. I think there's a dean. Isn't that what they have in the university?
I don't, okay, as Yukas, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck
I believe, I believe that's
translation
correct.
is. It's Dean?
I think so.
Yeah.
You don't even know?
Well, sure, my dad teaches at college, but I don't.
You know, fair.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And KP has
So,
not
yeah.
stopped, by the way. He's
Yeah,
going.
KP's
He's
still
in
going
pursuit.
off
a
on the
little
fly.
short-sighted on the subject, on the objective. Oh my god. Um. Yeah. Okay. What do you wanna? Yeah. What do you wanna do? I guess you go to the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also on the way, I'm gonna say a bit more quietly to Georgia, just like, hey, don't worry, we'll get to him before they do.
Still has her arms crossed, but her face relaxes a little bit. I kind of
Good,
like
good.
as looks at you.
Yeah, we'll
Right.
take that.
And she like slides the door of the van open and gets out.
All right, time to go out into the
Don't
not
forget
wet
the
Um,
rain.
raincoat.
I do have like a
True.
little. I don't have a battle map for this. I'm gonna have to tell
Okay.
you. Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't have like a map for this. So it's it's not. You'll see. Whatever. I'm not gonna over-explain things, but
Yeah.
Before going out, I'm gonna put on the raincoat just to be safe.
Yeah. Me too.
You can't make Georgia do that right now. Or like if
Well,
you
I
tell her,
guess
you can.
Georgia is cooked. I guess.
Bye, Georgia.
Here, Anthony said, hey, can I have an umbrella too?
Yeah, I can make Anthony an umbrella. Yeah.
Nice. Anthony takes the umbrella and just so happens to stand to where it would cover part of Georgia accidentally. You know, just in case we don't want this rain on us.
When everyone is out of the camper, I'm gonna make it back into money. Just, to keep it with me.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. Nice of you to show up. Listen, the puns may be too much. You can say I'm just gonna keep bubble on and on.
That's a pun in the song reference.
Yeah.
It
The
is.
song
That is a
is
deep
called
pun.
Babylon, and
Yeah.
in that song they say Babylon and on. That's a pun. That's
Oh
a
my
pun
God.
that they make in the song.
Yo.
Wow.
That's a deep reference. You get points for that for sure. Well, I'm pretty close to giving you another spirit dive, Mr. KB.
All right. Is there any building that's bigger than the others, by the way? What's the biggest building?
You didn't even know it was a pun. Sorry. That's what? You didn't know?
You didn't know that it was a
stand-
pun that they made
Oh my god.
in
Yeah.
the song. Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Sorry, Scott. I cut you off.
Yeah. What's the biggest building? Just so we can like figure out which one to actually go in.
Yeah. Looks like an old western town. There is a bar. There is a sheriff's office. There is something resembling. There's a few houses. I guess one of them is like a mansion. It's like a big house, right? So the main points of interest that you can see right now is a really big house, the sheriff's office, and a bar. The bar is where the man is sitting. He's sitting on the porch of the bar.
Okay.
All right.
That's
yeah,
the
what do
guy
you
that
wanna
we
do?
talked to, right?
Yeah, the guy you talked to, he's sitting on the porch of the bar.
You guys think anything important would be in the sheriff's office?
I
That's
mean,
why we
it's
should check every corner.
a location of importance. right? The sheriff is a pretty important person for like towns like this.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Surely there's gotta be something in there.
All right, I guess we're going there then.
Yeah, we all like waltz
Yeah,
to the sheriff's
Not
office.
making the classic product mistake of splitting up. I appreciate it. I respect it.
Yep.
And walk to this old, run-down wooden sheriff's office with a star on the like a nice sculpted wooden sheriff's star on the door, like above the door, that's slightly tilted. Looks like it's almost gonna fall off. When the doors open, and you don't see immediately anything that surprises you. Run down sheriff's office from a western counter. There is like a place where the sheriff has like some of the equipment that he can pick up and use. Use like a small, almost like a lounge, and you can like barely spot on the back the sitting area where maybe the sheriff spends a lot of his time just passing the time doing stuff or whatever, right? The items here make sense. I will also say this: you see like guns, see like equipment like rope, a mug, like all these normal items that you would see really exist, and they're accurate to the period. So yeah, nothing immediately obvious. Nothing immediately obvious.
Okay, are there like any drawers, any closets, any like wardrobes, fucking anything that can be opened?
Behind the desk there is a few drawers.
Okay, I'm gonna open those one by one. I'm gonna put on the gloves first, and then open those one by one.
You open drawers, and inside of them there are case files.
All right.
You quickly start like, you know. I mean, do you wanna look through them?
Yes, with
Yeah, okay.
concerning familiarity.
And you look at them, and they're all cases from the time period. It says 1865, and some of them bleed over to 1866. But most of them are solved cases. They are
Okay, is it murders?
a lot of
For example.
murders,
Okay.
a lot of some a few more trivial things. Someone got in a fight and we had to break it up, and the sheriff broke it up.
Okay.
It's all things that make you think two things. First of all, this town is whatever it was fucked up. It was old. Sorry. It was full of criminals. Not a great place to be. And second of all, this sheriff is badass. He is really good at his job. He always seems to be able to solve these cases with little to no trouble. And the town loved him. Even in these newspapers, like you see some well, let's leave that for later. But you get those two things, right? The town really high criminal activity, and the sheriff is really good at his job.
Okay.
These are the
Do
case files.
I'm gonna look at the case files. Do I notice like any pattern between them? What I'm saying, Was there like a serial killing case, or were there murders committed in similar ways?
So as you go from like back in call it earlier cases to newer ones, at the start it seems like they are random cases that were solved, like, and some of them were murders, genuinely. Um, but there was no connection between. At some point, about the halfway mark, it seems like there started to be this concern that there was a serial killer. There was an MO. The killer would always cut off the head of the victim and leave every single other piece of clothing where it should. So they had a hat,
So
they would just
just,
leave the hat. They would leave the hat where the head would be.
Okay, that makes
God,
more
is this
sense.
the stand of a murder victim?
Yeah, that's like the sheriff. That's like the cowboy guy in the YouTube thumbnail. Hold on.
True. Oh my God, the sheriff got murdered, and then
Okay,
his...
as I check the cases, was the guy caught? Did the sheriff get him?
The sheriff never got him. And
So it's the sheriff. Okay.
as time went on, the case files went. Well, I guess these are like professional. These are official documents. You don't get a vibe for them. It's just a pattern of this guy more and more relevant, and he keeps getting away. So that's all you get from
So
it.
it's the sheriff. My working theory: the sheriff is the murderer. The murderer.
He
That's
just didn't
my
want
opinion.
fucking competition.
No, it's like he's so good and he immediately solves everything. This guy has a lot of power, right? If someone doesn't get caught, it's gotta be him, right? And the sources, the resources he has, and like how skilled he is.
The other possibility that I could see is that the murderer was like, yes, I'm gonna do this specifically because I want a challenge and I want you to try and solve this.
What is the exact date on the files? Is that an exact
Say-
date or is it just a year?
It goes from 1865, let's say March something, to
Okay.
18. It's not terribly important. 1866.
Okay.
September. About to.
Now fucking Paul is gonna go like, this reminds me of a great war that was fought in that same year. You see, and then he gets a spirit eye.
Well, the American Civil War did end in 1965, so
True. True.
since you mentioned it,
Bro.
no, that's not
I
the
wonder-
spirit eye worthy, but it's a factoid. I don't know if it's useful.
Alright, so, okay, guys, I have a wild fucking take if, fucking the sheriff was the serial killer and all that. Okay, wild take. Because the way that a lot of serial killers work is that they want to be noticed. That's like a classic thing. So, what if it's that no one could figure it out, so when he died, his want to be noticed created this stand, and to get out, we have to solve the murders.
Okay. An advanced theory.
Advanced theory, but like...
So is this all we can find in this particular building, Raxu?
There is the little resting area at the back of the building.
Right. Let's try to find out the identity of the sheriff. Is it written anywhere in the case files? The identity of the sheriff.
Yeah, I guess it would be necessarily. Dusty Slim.
Dusty Slim. Okay, I'm gonna put that name in my little brain, and I'm gonna keep it there.
I guess I'm going to the rest area as they're doing that.
Yeah, cool. You got this rundown, like kind of like resting area. Surprises you that anyone would be able to rest in this fucked up rundown place, right? It looks even more rundown than the rest of the buildings here, and well, it's more like overused. Chairs chipped. The little table is had a few too many scrapes as it was moved around. But yeah, that's generally the vibe you get from this room. Papers top of the table.
Well,
I'm definitely taking a look at that.
yep. Man, this place is a mess.
Look at the you look at the
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, Paul will grab the newspapers because I want to verify if this information is historically accurate. To like, you know, like is this like something that replicates reality?
Yeah, did it
reality of the past?
actually happen, or is it like a fabrication of the stand?
Yes, basically. If the newspaper is accurate, that's tells us something. You know?
In the world, I will have you to roll something. This is kind of obscure. I don't think you would, especially since Paul is from Britain, right? He's British.
Yeah, she's half
But
British.
it's not like he would know the history of small towns in Australia.
Definitely not.
Yeah, you would.
No, but like newspapers contain
Yeah, roll
world events.
awareness, I guess. That's an
you wanna,
awareness
yeah, you
roll.
want to check the world event.
The newspaper. I mean, the newspapers definitely have some world events on them.
Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. I somehow didn't think of that. You do see world events. Yeah, these are things that happened in this universe. These are things that happened. Yeah, that's all you're
In this
looking
universe,
for.
meaning like
In the game.
Yeah, like it's actual history in the game.
yeah.
history in the game. Yeah.
Well, what happened around that time, Hukas? Enlighten me, because like anything really big.
I mean, you said the March whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means that the American Civil War is over, right? It just ended basically a month
All right.
later.
Yeah, that's on the
And,
paper.
it takes around a month for news to get there in the first place.
Okay, that's not on the paper.
So I will be like fresh as fuck. That's
Oh, it's still on the paper then.
Yeah, so news of the Civil War.
What
of the
else
Civil War
happened?
ending.
What else happened? No, the Crimean War had been ended 1858.
Oh.
Not many other things happened in 1965 specifically. I'm missing some technological advancements. I think there is something with the telegram around that time, something with the telephone around that time, but like
When did the revolution
exactly.
happen? I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, let's just fucking.
Let's just not do that.
you want me to do some history?
Let's have
Guys,
like
this is about
How to tell, how to tell that your
Yeah.
TTRPG party is full of ADHD people without saying that it's full of ADHD people.
I think
I'll
we
say it.
should sit down and have a history lesson real quick.
Yeah, this is
I'm
a
saying-
history podcast. History with Paul. That's like one of our episodes.
I'm trying to like look over the map and like mentally and just to remember.
Just for,
Just to remember that. many
okay,
stuff.
you get a spirit die. Can you like? We're good here. I'll give you a spirit die. Talk you into getting back into the game. Forget about history. Okay. You check the papers, right? And you do see they're all local. They do have some, as we said, some big news, worldly news, but they're mostly local. And they do talk about the murders and the sheriff and the criminal activity of town often. The main vibe you get from me is that Dusty Slim was a really, really good sheriff that everybody loved. Then couldn't catch this one guy, and the entire town started hating him. It's like a slow deterioration of reputation that is actually genuinely pretty disturbing. The bottom line is that they used to love him, but he couldn't catch this one guy, this one person, and just started going downhill from there. And the papers do not go further than that. That's where they end. Where they end.
Yeah,
You know,
that does kind of throw a wrench in the whole, like, the sheriff is the serial killer, because, like,
Yeah,
very
in that
few people would willingly...
Are you cut off?
true.
Oh, I said very few people would willingly ruin their own life.
Yeah, so maybe it was someone who maybe it was like someone he worked with, so someone who would still have like insider information, quote unquote, but might be jealous of his popularity.
There's a lot of different working theories right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of
options.
And that's pretty much it for this.
Actually, one more thing. I'm gonna check the files again. Do we have like the locations of the murders?
True.
Yes. You would have the locations of the murders.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like carry the files with me. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
just-
bring them
yeah.
with me.
Take that with you and remember that you have the location of the members of the murders.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Is now we're gonna go out and we should check the locations, the murder scenes. We should check the murder scenes now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Anthony's kind of like, oh man, I do not want to do this, but like, you know.
Surely the corpse aren't still there. Surely.
Yeah, surely.
So okay, I'm just
I mean,
gonna go
hey,
to
look,
like yeah.
we did just fight an army of zombies. You know, I think we're
Yeah.
gonna handle it.
So I'm just gonna go to like the first one, the first case of this decapitation with the hat, and I'm gonna see where it happened.
Gonna see where it went, or like the last place you saw it.
No, where the corpse was found, where they found the body.
Oh, you're just gonna start looking at victims, at the locations.
Yes,
where-
the crime scene,
Okay.
the crime scene.
I'll say like like around the mansion. There is one that's really close. There is another one. There is one at every key location I pointed out: mansion, bar, sheriff's office, and a few more in kind of
Interesting.
random streets, or at least seems random to you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay, what do we want to do, gang? Do we just
we wanna
check the closest one?
Do we want to start with the closest, the first, or the latest?
I'd probably go in chronological order, is what I'd do. That's what I would do, at least. I'd go in chronological order about it.
That's probably a good idea. Then if any patterns start to emerge.
Yes.
But yeah,
the-
we don't have enough information to make a judgment on the words we should go first, so any information we can get is good.
The first one that happened, occurred on one of those like semi-random streets.
Okay.
And you do walk past the guy at the ports. Doesn't pay you no. He doesn't pay you no mind. He doesn't react to you going past. You do, as you're passing him, you do see him again pulling out his pocket watch with shaky hands and looking relieved that it stopped. And put it
What
back in his
what
pocket.
an odd guy.
What an odd guy that has nothing to do with the plot, surely, and the murders. Wow, let's just move on. Nothing to do at all.
Let's just move on. This is fine. This is
The
fine.
stand user
guy
could
over
be
there.
anywhere. The stand user.
Oh my god. All right. You go to that street, around the corner, and it's like a little alley. Looks pretty dirty. And you see immediately, the first thing you see on the ground is a set of women's clothing for commoners. For Paul especially, makes sense for the time period.
Uh-huh.
On the ground, with a body inside, no head, and a little cap, like almost like a hairnet, but how they had back then. But it obviously didn't look like a hairnet. It was like a fashion, it was like a hat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see a little hat, like right where the head should be. It's laying on the ground.
Like a milkmaid cap.
Yeah, very much reminds you. yeah. And very much reminds you of the cowboy hat thing that you saw, where it had no head, and like where the hat should be, it's still there.
Yeah.
As soon as you notice that, you then immediately start to see an outline breaking in the rain. It's like something actually is like the rain is. It's almost like it's hitting something in midair that doesn't exist. You see through it, and as you look at it, it looks like the outline of a person. Just like you can tell because there's obviously like this. Again, it's like the rain is just hitting it's like almost it's hitting like a person, but you can see through it. Completely invisible. There's nothing there.
Oh, that's cool. I love that.
And the scene is still. After you've noticed these things, that's all that stands out to you. And it's complete silence after that.
Does it do anything, or is it just like a standing there, menacingly?
I guess as you look at it, you do see, you do see the. It's like a female figure, and it's kind of looking at the sky almost. Very hard to tell exacts, like face shape. Any recognizing things. It could be anybody, really. It's a female, it's a woman, it's just looking at the sky. Right? Hard to tell with, being invisible and all.
Alright, I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna approach the figure. I'll do it.
I was gonna if you wouldn't.
I'll do it.
Good luck, Mosquito. Rooting for you. Just like it keeps fucking like that just takes the safety distance.
I'm gonna approach it. I'm gonna gonna be like, hey there. Are you from this town? I'm gonna talk to it. Are you?
There is
Hey, you come here often.
You call me often?
Oh my god. There is no reaction.
Hey, what's your number?
What's a
number? What's that?
number?
There is no reaction, none whatsoever, almost as if you don't exist.
Okay, next step, I'm gonna try to touch the figure on the shoulder.
What? Okay,
Next step.
Mastino
You
needs to take...
extend your hand, and you're bracing for it for contact.
Yeah,
You're like,
disaster.
kinda,
I'm bracing for
you know,
disaster.
alright, what's about to happen? Bracing for disaster, and your hand just goes through it. There's nothing there. There's nothing there, and you didn't, so you can't touch anything.
Huh.
And you again
Okay.
notice the thing that surprises you, especially now that you put your hand underneath the rain that is falling on this figure, on this woman. The rain doesn't touch you. Rain doesn't it doesn't wet you. Doesn't you can hear it and you can see it, but you can't. It's almost like not on the same plane as you are. Same like planar dimension. I don't know how to call it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, thank
it's
you.
like as soon as the raindrop hits anything, it just ceases to exist.
So I'm gonna turn back to the corpse. We have a corpse in front of us, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna turn back to the corpse. Can I touch the corpse? Is the corpse physical?
Yes. It is physical. You can touch it.
Oh.
You can move it around. It's disturbing. You should
Okay.
stop. Stop doing that, Mastino.
Okay.
Mastino, stop!
Okay, I'm gonna check the files again. Who was this? Who was the victim? Was it a woman?
Yes.
Okay. What, okay, does the corpse, like the body of the corpse, match the invisible woman in the rain? Is it like the same body build?
I
Or the
was
same relative height.
I was gonna have you roll
like
for
the same
that, but I'm
height.
gonna decide against it. Yeah, it pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much the same person. With a
Okay,
little bit
so
of
that's
looking
their
around.
soul. That's their soul. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't interact with it. I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna make like a little stick with my stand. So like it's a stand stick. And I'm gonna try to use the stand stick to touch the figure again.
Okay,
The
let's
stand stick?
let's
No, because we established that objects created by Babylon can touch stands.
Oh.
That's why I'm doing it.
What is it like?
It's just a stick. It's just a stick.
You can't manifest. No one buys a stick.
It's a meter
No,
stick.
okay. Yeah, it's like a metal stick, I guess.
There you go.
Or just like a meter stick.
there
Yeah, it's
you
like
go.
a stainless steel rod. There you go. It's a stainless steel rod. That's
It's a
what
metal pipe. It's a metal pipe sound
metal
effect.
pipe. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. All right. You extend the little whatever you have, and you touch the figure, and you actually kind of expect nothing. Do you expect nothing to happen again?
No, this time I'm expecting it to work this time.
Okay. Well, Mastino is, I guess, pretty smart because you touch the figure. You kind of like poke it on the shoulder, and that makes it instinctively kind of flinch, and it goes from this still, unmoving, statue-like pose to, ow! You just like poked me with that thing, and it looks at you, and Mastino. It's almost like the rain washes the colors back into the figure, and you can see
Okay.
like a ghostly sort of half-faded woman with brown eyes, medium stature,
Okay.
short tucked-in hair. Just look at you with a what are you doing? Kind of like a offended look. Everyone else, Mastino is gone. Mastino is an outline in the rain.
Mastino gone.
Yeah, okay, so I traveled to her the plane of existence. Okay, I traveled the planes of existence. Okay.
And
Since
Mastino,
everyone saw me do it, then they should know that, like, that's what I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we know you disappeared.
Yeah, well, you know how to disappear. You know how
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
disappear
yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah, I know
And-
if we want to do that.
and Mastino, because you extended your arm to try and poke her, your sleeve pulled back, and you see your watch. Time is ticking again.
Okay,
Oh,
does the rain
interesting.
touch me now?
The rain touches you now. You start to get wet. What do you have your thing on still? The raincoat?
Yeah, I have the raincoat. I still have the raincoat.
Smart man. You don't get wet. That one in front
Okay,
of you
so
is
I'm gonna-
soaking wet, by the way.
I'm gonna look back. Is the corpse still there?
The corpse to you now, the corpse, you can't see it. No, it's not there.
Okay. Oh my god, how do I proceed from here? I'm gonna look back at the woman and be like, are you fine under the rain like this? What are you doing?
Says, like, no, I am not fine. Walked me with a stick. Kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you standing in the rain. I got a little worried.
Yeah, but why you would walk me with a stick?
You well, you
umbrella?
were not. You were not interacting with me. In any case, why are you out here in the rain?
I don't.
Huh?
I stuck here. No?
Stuck here. Yeah, I think I get it. What's the last thing you remember?
Well, I just walked in the alley. I got attacked,
Okay.
but I didn't see much. My back was turned,
Huh.
but I think I'm fine now.
Yeah, you're fine. Say, is there anyone else here?
Yeah, it's a town. Everyone is.
I mean, okay. Well, I'm new here actually. I'm new. If you could be so kind as to, show me at least where the bars are, that I'd be grateful, ma'am.
Bars? No, yeah, it's that way. Just walk over there. Fine, it's pretty obvious. Points you directly at the guy at the ports, by the way. I mean, that's where the bar is. And then goes.
You're not gonna come?
No, I don't want to come. No.
All right.
Cozy, but as I said, I'm stuck here. I probably confused. I don't mean stuck as in like literally move. Seem to figure out what
Huh.
choice. Can I ask you something, sir?
Yeah. I'm all ears.
Your daughter go to higher education, the countries you, but had no more hands to work the farm. What would you do? We need the farm to sustain ourselves. We don't have any more hands at work. We really just need as many as we can get, but
Well, at the same time, if the daughter goes to study, that's one less mouth to feed. It means you will have to work less to feed everyone. And when she comes back, she'll have knowledge that none of you have. I'd make her go to school.
yeah, but I can't see do it. Really hard there. And I don't want to doubt my baby. She never had that sort of thing. She's good at it. I try to make her pick up letters. Like it.
Look, it's like a baby bird, you know. You know baby birds, they don't learn to flap their little wings just out of nowhere. They learn by tossing themselves off the branches and hitting the floor with their face. So I say, you know, let the girl, you know, figure it out, find herself. You'll be surprised.
That's before you even finish. She starts like emphatic, just like slowly shaking her head. Just no, not my baby. No. I don't want her to suffer
Well,
like that.
You know, I
Just
understand.
don't know what to do. It's such a big decision. It's just it could change everything.
It could, but only if you let her go, you know. How old is your daughter?
20.
Well, your daughter, she's not really a baby anymore. I understand what you mean. It's difficult to accept that she's not in your nest anymore, but what will happen once you let her explore is that the nest and her will be better off for it.
She looks genuinely distraught and pretty helpless. And but she listens to what you say this time. Says, "Have a point, sir. We might have a few very rough years ahead of us."
Hey, look, in the grand scope of things, 3 or 4 years, that's a drop in the bucket.
Fails. It's another
Oh,
3-4
you
years.
know.
We might not even be alive by then. We might have starved.
You know, what if you all die? You know, what if a meteor comes down and destroys the city? These what ifs don't really help anyone. It's about the ease, it's about the present. And if you don't let her spread her wings and go out, you're never gonna know. You will lose by default, right? That's the thing. You lose every chance you don't take. You lose every battle you don't fight.
As soon as you said that you lose by default, she raises her head towards you. In like in understanding, she kind of finally gets what you're trying to say, and seems to agree with you. And she says, "Yeah, never thought of it like that. use?
Yeah.
Why would I condemn my sweet little child to entire lifetime of farm work? Because I was forced to do that thing he does. Right?
Yeah, you get it. You know, Massino smiles. Yeah, you get it.
Thank you, mister. Can I buy you a beer? It's just anything.
Sure.
I just want to thank you.
Sure. Yeah.
And-
That's fine by me.
She goes, all right, let's go. Not grabs your hand. Well, you're not that close yet. Sorry.
Not
But
yet.
no, that's not even.
No ghost romance.
No ghost romance. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Damn it!
Sealing it now. No ghost romance here. No.
Yeah,
None.
is what I think will happen gonna happen now.
As
Let's see.
soon as she takes an actual step outside of the alley, she kind of disappears, but with a smile
Yeah,
on her
she's gone.
face.
Yeah.
She moved
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A smile on her face.
Okay.
And Mastino,
What?
yeah,
That's like the first good thing Mastino has
ever
done.
has done
Yeah.
ever.
That's the first good, non-ulterior motive thing Mastino has done.
As soon as you decided to be the guy who, the man, like you were gonna interact with her, I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. She's gonna be like, my daughter has this, like, I have this dilemma, right? And Mastino's gonna be like, okay, I don't care. Where's the bar? Like, or something like that.
Luckily, the problem was, I don't know, do I let someone get better at something? Which is the only thing that Mastino would be like, yes!
Yeah, that's like the one thing he's like, yeah, of course, let her be better. That's the human spirit. That's what it's all about.
Hey, while Mastino was doing this, I'm doing my classic. I tell people about the session and everything, and while talking about like what we know with a friend and everything. Small idea. This might not lead to anything, but Anthony's kind of looking around. We see the person outlined in the rain and everything. Can I look around to see if there are any, like, objects on the ground that are outlined in rain? Like, maybe there's something connected to the murder around here else that is outlined?
Not with her. Not with this
Okay.
alley.
Okay. Though the way you have phrased that makes me think that possibly later.
Yeah, Mastino, you slowly come out of the rain again. It's like, it's automatic. You stop, like, you come back to, let's call it reality. You know, before she disappears, she, like, tosses a coin towards you, let's say, to buy you the beer, right?
Yeah.
And as you're holding that coin, you wash back into reality with the rain, and the others can see you now, and the coin becomes invisible. Your hand.
But it's still there. Like, I can still hold it and touch it.
Yeah. You can hold it, right? Oh yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
No. It you cannot hold anymore. It just slips through you.
Oh, it phases, it's true.
Yeah, it
okay.
phases. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna turn to everyone and I'm
Which
just
one?
gonna explain everything that happened. Like, I met the victim, she had this dilemma with her daughter, I sat her down, I explained, then she seemed content with a solution, she walked off and she disappeared. So I'm gonna be like, I'm guessing, here's my working theory. This stand here is like... it's like all of the victims are the stand users. That's what I'm thinking. And this
Alright, wait,
stand
pause.
was created by like regrets that they might have had. And it's
Now,
like
hold on a
keeping
moment.
them here, and it's keeping the town stuck.
Someone?
What?
She just said someone.
Somewhat.
That's it.
Oh, you just helped someone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Marcina's gonna look confused. Yeah.
Alright, so what actually happened?
Anthony also looks a little confused.
Yeah, I mean, she asked if her daughter was supposed to go to university. I mean, yeah, of course. That's like what the human spirit is all about.
I'll check his
Growth,
temperature.
growth and going higher and higher. To keep humans chained like this is just stupid. Of course, I had to tell her to let her daughter go.
Ah,
Anthony kind of says
that makes
a
more
bit
sense.
to himself, you know what? I'll take it.
alright, so I guess we should go around and try to do that to more people then?
That's what I was thinking.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just reading KP's messages.
Yeah, now we're gonna spend like 10 sessions going victim to victim and doing this.
We have another like hour. You probably Suba. Do you have like how much time more do you
I have like a half an hour, yeah.
Damn. Okay, guys, this is
Look,
gonna be a
if next-
shorter version session.
If next session is just finding murder victims and solving murders and everything, I am fucking so down for that. I fucking
Yeah, me too, honestly. Me too. You know, Raxi, this is funny because one of the things that I complained about with C-Squad, the other campaign, is that there wasn't a murder mystery, and now there's a murder mystery.
Check
so-
that out. Check that box. Nice. I love murder
So
mysteries.
I'm
Favorite
down
thing
for
ever.
it.
like. I
Dude,
can't keep
vibes.
saying this, but this is currently my favorite session.
Yeah, it's very good. I'm gonna look at the corpse. Is the corpse still there?
Yeah, no, you can see the corpse now.
Yeah, okay, the corpse is still there. Okay.
You're back into
So-
the relative reality, or the other
I guess
dimension.
we're moving. I guess we're moving to the next one. We're moving to the next victim.
Chronological
Again,
order
chronologically. Chronological order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. It's again one of those like kind of random streets. You walk through the town. You eventually get there. Again, your clock has stopped again, Mastino. And
But did it go forward? Hold on. Did it
it's
go
now
forward?
Rude.
Or
It's now like let's say 5 minutes forward. Yeah.
it did go forward then, which means the black guy with the blindfold, he
Yeah.
knows we're doing this now.
Yeah.
He knows we're
fuck.
out doing this now.
Wait.
As-
If we pass, if we go by the
As you pass front of the bar, the blindfolded man is gone.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Oh.
he's definitely the murderer.
Oh
That's
fuck!
him,
We are
definitely.
so gonna get murdered, guys.
What if? Wait. What if it's like a FNAF William Afton thing, like Ultimate Custom Night, where all the victims, like their regret, made a stand that traps
Yeah.
the killer in purgatory or something.
Oh.
That's a very fucking cool idea.
That's my idea right now.
Yeah.
That's my working theory.
Yeah.
Nice. As you go to this other alley, the second one, the second murder in chronological order, you round the corner once more. The again, dirty alley, relatively dirty. Nothing too crazy here. Again, you see. You would definitely notice the body first. You look at the ground and you see the body of a man this time with commoner's clothing, and a little hat on the top, signifying where the head would be. The body looks kind of contorted, like there was a struggle. It definitely wasn't like the lady before, where it's almost like slit of the throat, fell on her face. That's it. It definitely
this guy
looks.
fought.
It
This guy
yeah,
fought.
it looks like he fought back, or at least tried to. And eventually, as you adjust your eyes, knowing what you're looking for at this point, you do see the outline of a person. Oh, you also see, maybe not. Okay, no. In
We
the
see the
back.
person.
Yeah, no. There's something else. The back, see like a oldie rifle.
Is it like outlined or is it there?
There.
Okay.
The rifle it's like stuck in the trash, kind of poking out.
Okay,
of it.
but it's real. It's there. Okay.
Yeah. As you adjust your eyes and you try to find the outline, you do see a man leaning over the wall and looking slightly down. He's staring directly at the outline of a rifle on the other side of the wall. And the outline, just as with the woman before, is extremely still, not moving.
Mm-hmm.
So, which one of you wants to do this?
Okay, so actually, can we we all hold hands, then I touch it and we all go, or is it just one at a time?
And try whatever you want.
I think that's worth trying.
Okay,
We
it's
probably-
worth trying. Okay, it's worth trying. I
You
get
could, we
the
could probably
steel
just
rod.
try it in a duo to begin with.
But the
Okay, let's
person
try
who
a duo.
touches it should be the one that we decide is gonna go in if if it doesn't work.
Okay, let's try a duo first. Let's try a duo.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
who do we send? Who do we send?
Paul is very hesitant to
Fine,
volunteer for
if
this.
no one is
Hey,
gonna
maybe Paul-
guarantee,
Wait,
then
wait.
Mastino is just gonna grab
Paul,
Anthony.
aren't you
No, what?
interested in what I don't know
Yeah.
the history of the fucking rifle was or some shit?
Yeah, you will actually get to live a historical setting for a bit.
Yeah, he likes history, but he doesn't necessarily like people.
True.
Damn. That's why he likes history, because everyone who could everyone's already dead, Yeah.
Everyone is already dead.
If no one
Well,
is gonna
you can't have-
volunteer,
Okay,
Okay,
can I?
oh,
Alright, we can't have Mastino doing all of them. I'll go.
all right, let's try if we can both go. All right.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna give the steel rod to Emily, and then I'm gonna hold on to her clothes.
And I'm going to poke with a steel rod.
And with a little stop, you start. Everyone else who isn't again. Start to see the person in front of you. First of all, they react to you touching them, and they start to wash color. Again, this half faded ghost person. And everyone else. Was Emily and Mastino?
Yeah.
Everyone else, you see Emily and Mastino disappear, become outlines in the rain, and they also
Okay,
you
so
don't
we
see them
can go
moving
in
while
group.
they're in the rain. By the way, you don't see their outlines are still. For Paul and Anthony, it's almost like Emily and Mastino just stopped in time, right? Their outlines are just frozen. Right, and you poke that guy, and he looks like a young man with nice thick poke him. He goes, "Oh, what was that about? What do you want?"
Sorry. Well, nothing really, I guess. We're just kind of passing by, new to the city and all.
What are you wearing? What do you people want? You poked me, walking
Look,
here.
we're
mind
just
your own business.
checking
What's
on
going
you.
on?
We saw you standing in the rain. We got a little worried. That's all. Are you all right?
Worried. You're worried.
Yeah, worried.
He pulls out a cigarette and he lights it with a match, just real quickly. Seems to have done this a lot of times. And as you look down, you do see a few crushed buds, cigarette buds. And you also do see the rifle. It's now in its field to you. And he lights a cigarette, takes a puff, and goes, "All right, spill it out. What do you want? You want money? You want to do this?"
No, again, we just saw you in the rain, standing still. We got worried. Don't you have an umbrella?
You know
Something.
what town this is?
Well, truthfully, we're
No.
new here. Yeah, we're new here.
Well, let me clue you in. It's a very dangerous place. Okay, no one walks into a fucking alley and just that's because they're worried. Doesn't happen around here.
Why
I got
are
attacked
you
before,
here? Then?
now this. Really, what else is gonna go on in this fucking place?
Why are you here then?
Kind of looks at you, kind of pissed off, I guess. But he's kind of over it at this point. It just goes, "You really want to know? All right. See that gun? My family's Turkish, and they're in the Crimean War right now, and they want me to go join them. Right? Good thing to do, right? Go see the family. Do something that's good for the country, for the future of it." And I just
Yeah, I'm following.
I don't know. I've been
If
staring
you
at this
wanna go,
bloody gun for fucking hours. At least I don't know how much time has passed. Do I want? I don't know if I want to go. Okay, I don't know if I want to go. It's I could die out there, man. Not a joke.
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's a war. I wouldn't want to go.
Yeah, but
well,
I
the
must
question
fight, no?
is, no, who says you must?
What do you mean? You wouldn't fight for your country?
No?
No. No?
Well, all right. I guess I would. Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
He steps
Okay,
off the wall.
I
and
get the feeling of patriotism, right? But when it comes to your own life, you need to realize what you're using it on, right? Because what is the country? What are you fighting for, really? Are you fighting for the land, the geography? Are you fighting for the government, the people in the country? What is the country that you're fighting for?
why? Turkey. I'm Turkish.
Okay, but do you mean the government? Or do you mean the Turkish people? Or do you mean
The
literally...
Turkish people, the country, everything, its future, the well-being of
Huh.
it. What do you not understand? You go to fight wars to win them and then reap the benefits. How is that so hard to
Reap
understand?
the benefits. What benefits will you reap?
I don't know, economy. My family will live better, that's for sure. They're still up there.
Yeah,
I'm
I guess
down
if you
here
lose
in
the
this
war, it
fucking
wouldn't exactly
town.
be.
Yeah, and imagine what happens if we lose the war.
Well, I mean, you would probably be fine. You're all the way half across the world.
But my family isn't. And if we lose, will I ever feel good with myself? If I didn't go there and fight.
Okay, what's this about, really? Is it about your family? Do you just not want to leave your family behind?
Don't want contribute potentially a worse outcome for me, a worse economic struggles.
All right, but
No
what would you
food on the
regret
table.
more? Not going there, or going there and dying?
I don't know.
Hmm.
That's the fucking point of it. That's why I'm in fucking alley. God, I fucking hate this town.
What shit's wrong with the town?
Well, I mean, there's
Do
full
you
of
have
criminals,
eyes?
for
Criminals
one.
everywhere. I just got attacked. I got attacked
It's
just a
crowded
moment
with
ago.
criminals.
I mean, doesn't Dusty take care of that though?
Dusty. Right. Well, he's a pretty alright cop. I'll give him that. But there's only so much he can do. How's she supposed to deal with all of this mess? And I'll be honest with you. You two are easy prey. You need to skip town badly.
Hold on, you care about this town as well, right? The people in this town. That's why you're telling us to leave. On some level, you do care for this town as well.
Well, I guess so. Hard to love this place.
I mean, is there anything preventing you from, sending your, sending some money to your family so they can move here?
No chance. No chance. No money. No way.
Well, can you live realistically then? Like, are you truly realistically able to go join them in the war then?
Barely. It was scraping up. And matter of how to get back here.
Well, I
My
guess
wife.
your wife, right? I guess the question becomes: you care about the future, is that correct? The future for your family, for yourself, your wife, and even this town to some extent.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
do.
care about both, right? That's the issue. You care about both Turkey and this town. That's the problem, yes?
Right.
Well, okay. Think about it this way, then. Turkey has many people fighting for it, including your parents. They're out there fighting valiantly to secure a future for the nation. But this town doesn't. This town has Dusty. So if you were to stay here and ensure the future for this town while your parents ensure the future for Turkey, you get both.
Sure.
Why not?
Not that
Well, it's a
simple.
dilemma.
this
Well, I'm just speaking
changes
purely,
everything.
purely
Yeah, but there's also-
statistically speaking.
Yeah, but there's also the situation that, this town isn't actively at war with anyone. There's definitely more need for people, over there.
God damn it, Emily, we're supposed to work together.
Yeah, this is not going well.
Holy shit, Emily. God damn it. Marcino's gonna cough. Purely statistically speaking, if you were to leave for Turkey, you are leaving the town behind, while really Turkey is fine on its own as is now. Right?
It's in a war.
Yeah, they have soldiers. They have the soldiers. They have the men fighting. This town doesn't have them. There's
One second,
just
he said-
Dusty.
Fall 60 shit outside the fucking dimension.
What?
Because he said, "Oh, Turkey's fine." Right now, Turkey's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
I'm
no, they're not gonna be fine. I know that. They're not gonna be fine. I know that.
He just kind of like dismisses you and goes, "But if only I had more time."
See, that's the thing about time. You always want more when you have the least.
Why is
But-
that funny? I don't get it. Why is that funny?
Like, just like a one-liner.
I'm
She
sorry,
just dropped a fucking anime one-liner on him.
Yeah, well, like,
one-liner.
this guy's
Come
from-
on.
It is a good one-liner. It's just like he's from the guy's from the 1860s. Oh, this
Look,
such a thing about time. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's it. Emily,
You don't have
you wanna be like
time.
that? You wanna be like that? We're gonna be like that. Dude goes, yeah, that was that. Yeah, great monologue, Emily. I'm gonna go there and be content with my decision.
that fixed it. Emily just puts on sunglasses and like fucking
I'm gonna
fingers.
ask him real quick. Does your wife have anyone else beside you?
I wasn't done. I was about to like continue. Like,
Let's
Okay,
Gorak
continue then.
finish.
Continue then. Let's Gorak finish.
Alright.
Continue.
But even though you don't have that much time, the decision is still yours. As soon as you make it and you understand that you did your best with what you could do, I think worrying about later regrets is not particularly conductive. I mean, you are just wasting time after all. I'd say make a decision.
I guess. You're right. Technically. Right.
Also practically.
I guess in that way too.
So I'm gonna ask him. Does your wife have anyone here beside you?
Well, she's pregnant. That,
Okay, so
no more family here.
Do-
There's
the more you speak about this, the more you should probably stay here to build your own future, your own family. Do you want that child to grow up without a father?
At this point, he starts sobbing up a little bit, and he just goes, "No, don't."
Okay, then I feel like it's pretty clear at this point. You have a future here, out of character, really fucking funny to tell this to someone who died. You have a
Yeah.
future
Sounds
here.
are weird, huh?
I'm gonna. Yeah, it's a little weird. You have a future here with your wife and your son.
Like at this point he's almost full blown just crying. He rears his head back, looking at the sky, trying to like get the tears back in, right? Just goes, I don't want to see my son grow up alone. I don't. Oh,
Let's
he
stay here
won't
then.
be.
why
Yeah,
is
he
it
won't.
so hard? Why must they make this choice? And he
Look.
looks up at both of you with this desperate, defeated look. And
You have two options here. Either you make the choice and live with the contentment that you made your own choice, or you let us make the choice for you and always wonder what could have been. I say make your own choice.
he starts to tremble a little bit and really just take deep breaths. Fuck this, and goes over and kicks the gun, and the gun takes a trajectory that makes it land exactly how it was when you were outside, when its outline would suggest. And like just bounces off the wall. It rattles with his like wooden fucking, just fucking, and beds itself into the grass, and goes. Sorry, Mom. And turns back at both of you and just goes, "Thank you. I buy you a beer." Out of a coin.
Yeah.
And flips it to Emily looks a little too young. He flips it to Mastino again. To be having beers. And flips the coin to Mastino. And as soon as he takes a step outside of the alley, appears. And all of you just and both of you wash back into reality. And the coin again phases through your hands, or wherever you put it.
Bro, even in fucking parallel realities, Emily still has the fucking peepsqueak syndrome, goddammit.
Yeah, so
fair assumption.
the moment we come back that like Mastino sees the others, he knows he's back in reality. He's gonna like scratch his neck. He's gonna look really exhausted. He's gonna be like, that guy was so fucking stubborn. What a bother.
I'll do the next one.
Well, I mean, you know, sending your daughter to college or not is a little bit of an easier decision than should I, you know.
No, that guy had a really easy decision. Everything pointed at staying in this town, but well, we got it done.
People
that's
are
what matters.
complicated like that sometimes. Oh, that was out of
Oh no,
character,
I know
sorry.
that. I'm just like acting in character.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
No, because out of character, this is great because I'm a fucking psych major.
Yeah, true.
So this is like great out of character.
Oh my god, and the advantage, because like huge
Yeah, I
advantage.
have out of character advantage because I study psychology at university.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
I
fuck.
know what he was going through. It was the decision between sticking with his family, his roots, or building something new in the town.
Yeah.
So the in character for Mastino, it's like, okay, build your own future. Who the fuck cares
Yeah.
about these
In
old
character,
geezers?
Mastino is incredibly like, okay, there is the right decision and there's the
Yeah.
wrong decision here.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
are
yeah,
obvious
yeah.
things, people.
yeah, he was Mastino. There was really like, dude, there's like a very obvious choice here. There's like a very obvious correct choice here, man.
Didn't seem obvious to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah.
Okay, let's move. Let's go to the next. I guess we
How
waddle
much
over
more
to
time
the
do you
next
have?
one.
I really don't want to end the session. Like, at least 2.5, right?
Yeah, like half an hour.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have an interesting question, by the way.
Sure, go ahead.
So the clocks moved forward and everything, I
Yes.
assume again, right?
Yes.
Is there anything in the documents that state like a time the body was found, or like I don't know if they had. I don't think they had enough to like be able to tell exactly when a body was killed or back then. But like,
I
I'm
don't
looking
think the
to
technology was there.
yeah, exactly. So I'm wondering if there was a thing of like when the bodies were found or anything, if that corresponds at all.
So you see the documents. I want to check out when they died exactly, time-wise.
Or like when they were found. Basically, whatever
Yes,
kind
yes.
of time is on the documents.
You do see that they obviously the documents have times, and they're kind of I guess very simply, there's nothing about the time that seemed off to you. Like, you know, one of them was midday, one of
Okay.
them was some afternoon, another one was like very late at night.
Yeah, I don't think the murder times are correlated to our time. I think this is just like a purgatory thing.
Yeah, I was just kind of wondering. Also,
Yeah. It's good
oh.
to check. It's good to check.
Also, so far, both victims have given us stuff for a beer. Interesting. Or drink of some kind.
When the girl said go to the bar, she pointed at him, right? At the guy with
Well, that's where
bandage
he
on
was.
his eyes.
So she didn't point at him directly. She pointed to where the bar was. The blindfolded
Oh,
man
he's next
was
to the bar, then.
sitting on the porch of the bar. So yeah.
So that guy is just gone. We don't know where the blindfold guy is.
Yeah.
No, you have no idea.
And we didn't see the cowboy either, right? The cowboy is also not here.
Yeah.
As you now step out, I see like Anthony probably sees the the cowboy hat behind, like really far away. You do notice it. It
Okay.
again looks like as soon as it sees it away.
Okay.
Interesting thing, it's clearly observing us doing this. It's not stopping us.
Yeah, that's why I'm
think,
kind of.
yeah, the cowboy. I think that's a good guy. I think the cowboy
Yeah.
is a good guy.
Yeah. My guess is that he's gonna be like the last murder victim.
Probably, maybe.
Or it's gonna ooh, you know what it could be? It could be that the
He's the sheriff.
well, yeah, so like because we have all the files on all the murders and everything, but it could be that we'll get there and then there will be like a suggested next murder scene in some way. Like it'll point us to a direction and then that's that the sheriff was murdered and his body was never found or something.
That's interesting. Roxy, write that down. Write that down. There you go. She's writing it down.
Yeah.
Furiously typing.
Okay, so I guess we're there now. We're at the murder scene.
Yes. So, I'll talk slowly while I'm thinking about something. Okay, give me a moment. Do give me a moment, please.
You can have one moment.
Don't worry. I'm like eating dinner here, so like you have all the time in the world.
And listen to this song I made.
This is a good song.
I love it for this specific sound.
Yeah.
A little easier on the drums. Not gonna... Yeah, whatever. See how we solved that one.
That's that artist criticism of like you see the imperfections in your work that no one else does kind
You
of
can
thing.
never be completely satisfied with what you make ever. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So you have to say good enough.
Yep.
Less talking, more thinking.
Okay, yeah, you're right. The disparity again. Yeah, but it's awkward to live with complete silence. I'm just saying that like there's a disparity when it comes to certain things that I just realized about. I just realized, and that kind of fucks me up a little bit.
I see. So
Okay.
you have to make sure that everything lines up properly.
Yeah. So the
I mean,
next,
we could give you a week to think if you want.
yeah, I wasn't trying to stall until we get next week, but oh, it's tempting. Okay, the next.
I mean, if you wanna stop, we can.
I don't think anyone would
stop.
mind.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, getting late, so. I
Yeah,
guess.
if you wanna stop, we
This
can
is
stop.
technically normal stopping time.
Yeah, this is normal stopping time anyway.
Because it's
Yeah.
9 p.m., but the stream is online for.
I just wanna say this arc is great because
Oh,
I
yeah,
get
I
to
love it, yeah.
flex my fucking psych major knowledge.
Yeah. I am like I love
Yeah, super
murder
dude.
mystery stuff.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, it's like a murder mystery, but also therapy sessions. So like
Exactly.
it's crazy. It's great.
All right, I think I'll actually stop it here. I'm not that. I don't like it
All
that
right.
much, but it's alright. It gives me some time to think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fine, no worries.
That's it up until
It
now. 2-0 for Mastino, by the way. He just fucking keeps solving their problems.
Yeah, go Mastino.
Yeah,
He gets out of character advantages.
Yeah, literally just out of character advantages. I do like to still make him a kind of an asshole, though. He's still kind of an asshole, even while he
Yeah.
does this. Like, very much nudging, being like, look, dude, there's like a very obvious choice here. You're being kind of stupid.
I think Mastino is a good type of character asshole because he's an asshole, but he's a consistent asshole.
What does that mean?
It's that
Of
like
course.
he's not like a dick to everyone for a bunch of different reasons. It's that he has a very specific code that he sticks to.
Yeah. That's fair, that's fair.
All right. Well,
So, Roxy, tell me if it's intentional. Before we
Yeah,
finish, tell me if it's
yeah.
intentional. My boy said the Crimean War, right?
Yeah.
That's not in the same year. Like the Crimean War, like is that intentional? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Is that intentional?
The Crimean War. Okay. Let me just really quick. The Crimean War was fought between the Russian Empire and an alliance of the Ottoman Empire and Second French Empire, the United Kingdom of the Great Britain. From October 1853, February 1856.
He's asking, did you
Yeah,
get
is that
the date
intentional? Because,
wrong?
like-
Yeah, did you get it wrong on
might
purpose
have-
or did you get it wrong by accident?
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was by accident. I didn't get. I mean,
Okay,
it wasn't
okay.
necessarily within the war. Like the war ended a year later, right?
No. It ended 56.
Yeah, this is
You said
55.
65. Hold on. You said
Oh,
we
I
are
said
in
65.
the files where. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you said we're in
You
the
see,
60s.
There's
We're
a
in the
problem when
1860s.
you say things wrong like that, because then you look like a fucking
Oh my
dumbass.
god. Okay, low key, that makes it like low key. That makes it more tragic because like maybe he just doesn't know that the war ended 10 fucking years ago. Maybe he just doesn't know that.
I'll let you fix my mistakes and try to figure
Yeah,
out
let's
why
say,
they did
let's
this
say
wrong.
that was like,
Ooh.
let's say that was a tragic character thing. He never got the news that the war
And
ended.
the war
There you
was
go.
already over.
There you go.
It could
There you
also
go.
it could also be easily changed to a thing of like, you know, his family still wanted him to come home because of it. Either way, even if it
I
was over.
guess maybe, or even better, this is like God knows how many universe resets, like in the JoJoverse. I don't know. Maybe the Crimean War happened 10 years later in this timeline.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
Oh, but I
I have one
can.
advantage.
I have the power, Lucas. I can do whatever I
Wait,
want.
does that mean?
I could see it. See, here's the important part. The important part of that story was not that the war is specifically happening, it's that his family wanted him to come home to defend his home.
Yeah, that was the important part. But anyway, if we are to include alternate history, right? If we are to say, oh, in this timeline things happened differently, doesn't that open the door for us to use flashbacks to be like, oh, in this
God.
universe, this event actually happened differently?
You can
It does,
technically
doesn't
do
it?
whatever you want with the flashback, but I don't guarantee the amount.
Yeah, that's
For-
like a
for
10
18
d6 exhaustion.
Fucking
Yeah.
20d6 exhaustion. You get to say.
Yeah, that's
Imagine you do a flashback. That is like, oh, the World War II didn't happen. It just at all. It just never did. It was all fabricated. It never happened. 10d6, like in
Enough
Mastino or like
exhaustion.
Paul just instantly dies on the spot.
Yeah, they just instantly die on the spot.
Out of it, so try like what the fuck? Dude
Hold on,
remembers
someone could totally
that
someone could totally use that though to like be like, yes, they're already about to die, and they're like, flashback. This building was built. This building that was built like 100 years ago. It was built in such a way that it would collapse right now.
right now, and they just die.
So, low-key, that's kind of cool. That is a JoJo thing, though. If you're about
It
to
is.
die, that means you can just do crazy flashbacks because you're gonna die anyway.
It's actually
That is like a JoJo
yeah,
thing.
yes,
That is
yeah.
a JoJo
It's
thing.
just that, like, it's really funny because in Blades in the Dark, you take stress for doing flashbacks, which is like a obviously mental thing, right? But in Starlight Adventures, which is this system, you take exhaustion, which is tied to your physical health, which means that you can remember something so hard that you die from it.
Yeah, that's kind of silly. That's kind of silly, but I love it.
Oh my god!
I kind of love that.
I'm physically incapable of seeing the wrong with that. I think it's hilarious now that I realize it.
Yeah, no, that's good. I keep that. I keep that in.
Oh my god. All right.
Uh,
Well, I hope it was fun, everyone. Thank you for
That was
watching.
very
Thank
fun.
you, KP, for the very generous donations, despite our
Indeed.
unprofessionalism. Not gonna throw everyone else under the bus. Wait, hold up, hold up.
Yeah, we
Uh,
were all here.
they were all
Yeah.
here like at 6, basically. Right?
Look, for me being basically half asleep for the entire session, I think I did decent as Emily.
Okay, so you all deserve the donations. I don't deserve them.
No,
It's
that
fine.
Emily was great. That's like
Yeah.
her arguing against Mastino while they were trying to convince that guy. That was like the most Emily shit she's ever done.
Go to war, be a soldier. Fuck it, go to war, be a soldier.
Yeah, fucking go to
terms
war,
of-
go to die.
Also, in though I will
Very
say,
clear,
even in terms of the like
very clear
narrative
optimal
of it,
course of action that will like let us like actually get on with the like life or death situation we're probably in, Emily. But no, I want to be right though.
Even narratively, I feel like it made sense just because of how much he was grappling with it to like have both sides be heard out, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
kind of the point. That's the kind of the point where like
That's kind of the point, but out of character, I'm gonna explain how I'm working with Mastino. Right now, Mastino is thinking, okay, we just need to convince them to progress.
Yeah.
So I don't really need to solve the problem, do I? I just need to convince them of one outcome, and that's gonna work.
Yeah.
tune
That's
in
how he's operating right
tune
now.
in next time when Mastino points a fucking gun at one of the ghosts, forces them to walk out of the alley.
Yeah, no,
That's gonna be
wouldn't
interesting to
work.
watch.
That wouldn't work because they need to be content with their decision.
Or you can force them out of
That's
the
a
alley
thing.
with a gun. I mean, you could do that.
I guess you can do that.
All evidence you have right now points to the fact that the only thing
I
they need to do is
guess I
step
can,
out of the
like,
alley. That's it.
Tackle them. I can tackle them and just fucking push them out of the aisle, I guess.
I thought this was gonna be the shortest session. No, the next one's gonna be the shortest session. When you're gonna drag every single ghost, like go, just SWAT team, just get into the fucking other dimension, drag every ghost out of the alley.
It's that meme of like a giant book and a small book, City of Churches. City of Churches if Mastino just used even more guns.
Yeah. Oh my god. City of Churches any %.
Yeah, that's the any percent
Well,
route. That's what the speedrunners do. They just grab the ghosts and they push them out of the alley. That's what the speedrunners do.
The city of Churches any % is as soon as David comes to taunt the first time, be able to capture him and render him immobile and unable to kill himself.
Yeah, true.
Just
True. That is the any percent route. I guess what I was talking about is any percent glitchless. That's what I was talking about.
true, yeah.
Oh, where's the fun in that? Glitchless though. That's funny. You have to like
Well,
keep
anyhow, I
the
think I'll
Enigma
be,
engine in between these two like wedge rocks and like the geometries that in such a way that if you just go with the Enigma engine, it will just get slingshot, right? It'll go
Yeah, it
straight to
gets
fucking
flinged.
just like flinged across the map.
straight into
If
Sydney,
you,
which is
if
actually
you
where the
drive
final
at this
boss is.
exact if you drive at this exact angle, David will be stuck in the bathroom of the Enigma machine. However, his stand will be stuck outside and will thus not
Dude.
be able to snap his neck.
Genuinely though. Yo, fucking summoning
Alright,
Salt.
well,
Where's the video?
If it's glitchless, how would you push the ghosts? You tackle them. You literally just grab them and you shove them out of the alley.
That would be glitchless. Yeah, that's the
See,
the other category.
No, see, there's no actual grab button. That's the problem. So you have to roll into them and like slightly push them with every roll.
Yeah, looking at your actions, yeah. Strength? Speed. Dude.
Look, I got a whole 2 strength. I think I can do that.
Well, anyhow, I think I'll be going.
Yeah, we
You know,
stalled enough to make it kind of
Yeah.
okay. So, sorry for the short team, everybody, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, bye chat.
see you
Bye
later.
bye. Bye bye, Max Giorgami. Bye
Bye,
bye.
chat. Have a good week. Yeah.
I shall go as well then, Pookies.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
I'd love to stay chat, but gotta go. See you guys.
Adios.
Bye, guys.